Today I found a video on YouTube that is so asinine, so puerile, so idiotic, so uninformed, so uneducated that I felt the need to make a reply video. The idiot who made the video posits 4 questions, and he demands a yes or no answer to those 4 questions. And then he went on to answer those 4 questions himself. Question number 2, he answered incorrectly. And then question number 3, he then proceeded to ask a bogus question based upon his false answer for number 2. This clown does not know what a cell is. He doesn't know what a cell does. He doesn't know how a cell functions. If his answer was correct, and he answered no to his question, and I'm going to play that clip right now, or in another few seconds, I guess. If his no answer was correct, biologists throughout the entire planet would already know it's incorrect, and know that DNA does not actually work the way biologists throughout the entire planet know that it works. The answer to his question number 2 is yes, but he answered no. Here's the clip.
Now comes the second question. Is the DNA responsible for the transfer? Now, so many kind of evolutionists, those who believe in evolution, they believe that the DNA is the mechanism for the transfer of design qualities of the creature from one generation to another. So let's explore this. Is the DNA really responsible for this transfer of qualities of the creature? So the question arises, how can these molecules know to arrange themselves in a hand or a head? So again, coming back to the question, is the DNA responsible for transfer of the design of the creature? So supposedly that, according to evolution, that this creature starts developing wings on his back. Now these changes, they are not coded for in the DNA, because the DNA is only in the cell. So when these proteins leave the cell, how can they arrange themselves in these kind of small kind of developing wings? So the answer to the question whether the DNA is responsible for the transfer of design information of the creature from one generation to another, the answer is no.
First off, this clown uses the word design when referring to the biosphere. Scientists have been trying very hard to find any hint of design in the biosphere. They have been utterly unable to do so. Secondly, there are known mechanisms for how proteins, which cells produce, form hands, form wings. The book Your Inner Fish by Neil Shubin gives fine examples of how the cells produce proteins, produce enzymes to create things in the body, phenotypically expressed. Basically, it's based upon the shape and the size of the components that the cells produce. Mechanism already known. This clown gives the analogy of a brick factory being analogous to a cell, a living biological cell. He says there's blueprints in the factory to produce bricks, just as there's blueprints in cell, the DNA, to produce proteins. Fine. However, you do not need to take that DNA and somehow append it to the protein and eject it through the cell wall to produce hands and whatnot. The proteins themselves, quote, know, unquote, due to their shapes and sizes and their positions, their relative positions, where those proteins go to make hands, to make wings, to make noses, to make eyeballs, to make eyelashes, to make stupid, ugly faces. The proteins themselves have that, quote, information, unquote, in them. like I said, due to their shapes, due to their sizes, and due to when those proteins are formed, when the fetus is developing, and when the fetus is beyond a fetus state. Differentiated cells know when to produce specific proteins and enzymes and whatnot at specific times, at specific locations. All of that is controlled by the DNA. That is the mechanism. The answer to question number 2 is therefore yes, not no. This clown's question number 3 is predicated upon his false answer of saying no to his question 2. Therefore, the answer to his question 3 is not applicable. You know, there was a time when the followers of Islam were the shining lights in science. They, as a culture, were a great deal responsible for humanity of the westernized world and I suppose the eastern world from leaving the Dark Ages. Sadly, that is no longer the case. As we know, and scientists have no longer fucking in the biosphere, and they have been unutterly, god damn it, scientists have biosphere and have been unutterly, god damn it. So far they have been unutterly, god damn it.